What is up, all my hope healers and hope dealers? Welcome to my YouTube channel, my PhD, my prison history diploma. I did 10 years and 8 months in Florida Department of Corrections, and I've been out for over 17 years now. Yes, freedom is our birthright. So I wanted to do a YouTube video today in regards to what it looked like, and I'm going to relate it, just FYI y'all, I always relate it to the here and now, what's going on in the world. So I want to do a video in regards to when I walked into prison. Like, very quickly they put me into a counseling session, and and I'm going to tell you what it looked like from the moment you walk into counseling, and how it looks like when they prescribe you medication that they want you to take, and what happened in my life. So and just keep in mind, y'all, when I walked in, I was like 18 years old going on 19 and I didn't know much about much. I didn't know anything about like psychiatric medication. I never got labeled as a bipolar person or any psychological issues. And when you walk into prison, you immediately have to go to through medical and all that fun stuff. And I went through medical, got deemed completely healthy, yada yada yada. Got sent to a prison that was had no medical. I was there for about a year. Got shipped out of there into a maximum security prison that had a medical department there. The other prison that I did a year at, they didn't have a medical department on campus. So you had to be medically 100%. You couldn't be on any type of medication whatsoever because they did not have a medical department there. But they ended up shipping me to a maximum security prison. I did have a 12-year sentence. I didn't really belong on that one compound that didn't have medical. It was a tiny compound. I've talked about it before. Just teeny tiny, like maybe 400, 600 inmates tops. Lame, boring, not good for somebody that had 12 years, but I did it for like a year. So anyway, so I get shipped off of that little tiny prison, and I get shipped to a maximum security prison. And part of getting shipped to a maximum security prison was I got a ton of disciplinaries on purpose to make my custody from minimum to medium, so I couldn't be on that little mini compound where they had to ship me to a maximum security prison. And then I went to that maximum security prison, and they immediately put me into the psych department to psychologically evaluate me. Now, remember, like I said, I went to the psych department when on my initial intake and was deemed healthy, right? So then I go to this maximum security prison, and the psychological department decided to deem me as needing psychological medication. And they put me on Vistaril and Seroquel. I had no knowledge about this medication. Vistaril and Seroquel, never heard of it in my life. They said I needed it, and I said, okay. And I started putting that medicine in my body. And I know that I became completely lethargic, had no zest in my step, completely just took my personality from a 10 to a 0 pretty much, and I just wasn't the same person. I was basically a walking zombie. So from there, I remember taking the medication. I go to solitary confinement for whatever I went for, God only knows. And I'm in solitary confinement, and I'm like, you know what? I want off this medicine. So I took myself off, and I just, like, when they would come with my Seroquel and my Vistaril to give to me, I just cheek it, and then of course, you can sell it, give it away, whatever, and so I took myself off of it. Now, like I said, when I was on it, I was a complete zombie, somewhat compliant, as we all know. I was in solitary confinement when I took myself off of it, so I still had a little bit of pep in my step, so to speak. I think it was disrespect that I went to solitary for. But anyway, nonetheless, you know, I'm in solitary. I'm like, I'm going to take myself off. This is a great time to just quit this stuff. And so I stopped taking it, like I said, cheeking it, you know, selling it, yada, yada, yada. And let me tell you, getting off of that medicine was insane, y'all. Completely insane. I will never forget that I kept feeling my brain going zzz, zzz, like my brain was just like getting electrocuted. It was so intense and so uncomfortable for me. And I just kept pushing through it and pushing through it because I knew it was better for me to not be on those meds and better for my mental health. It was really taking me out, y'all. I just did not have the same personality. I felt like I was outside of myself. It was crazy. So yeah, I went through the withdrawals and the zzz of the brain, and within about, I would say, 2 to 3 weeks, I started coming back to normal, got out of solitary confinement. And I remember I started doing my due diligence. Like, I just started asking people all over the compound, like, hey, are you on psych meds? You know, and a lot of people would reveal their information and all the medication that they were on. Y'all, about 80% of a huge compound, it was called Jefferson Correctional Institution. They are no longer a women's compound, they are now a men's compound. But about 80% of the population was on psychotropic medication. And a lot of people were on it unnecessarily. It was just a way to control the prison population. So it was like the master switch of control over these people. Like what would be deemed a regular, somewhat violent inmate, they toned them down by like 70%. And it was crazy. I remember this one chick very specifically. She was a huge girl, very tall, built like a tree. They put her on psych meds, and I remember like within a month, she was somewhat normal to a complete walking zombie. And I remember her hands, it did something with her hands, and she could not stop them from being like this. And she would walk around with her hands by her side, and they're like claws, and she'd walk around like this, just zombied out, dude. And really, the girl had such a beautiful personality. I really, really liked this chick. And but they zombied her out. So, you know, I know that Klaus Schwab from the, and now here's the here and now, right? Klaus Schwab a couple of years ago from the World Economic Forum said, you know what, we're gonna live in an angrier world. And that was years ago, before we were in an angrier world. So I started thinking, and I'm like, shoot, what has come out different? Like, why is the world so freaking crazy? Why are people just so apt to get violent and angry for no reason? And, you know, the left isn't tolerating the right, and the right is kind of tolerating the left, but, you know, everybody seems to be more aggressive now, right? The world seems to be more aggressive. And so I know that it all started like really getting out of control as far as aggression amongst the people, and really the people going against the people, you know, just going at each other's throat. The road rage, it makes me so sad, but the racial violence that really I did not experience during the incarceration, but it's happening out here in the free world. It's very, very disheartening to see. You know, there's a lot of conflict amongst people over nothing, y'all, over nothing. So, you know, I started doing my research, and I heard somebody say on a video one time that pharmacy derived from a Greek word, pharmakia, which comes from the biblical version of pharmakia. It's in the Bible. It's a Greek word. Y'all can do your own research on this. And it's spelled P-H-A-R-M-A-K-E-I-A. It's a Greek word, and I'll show you this. Pharmakia, the frequently translated as witchcraft or sorcery, and other variants thereof, such as pharmakon and pharmakopoeia. hosts appear several times in the Old Testament and 5 times in the New Testament. So here y'all can see, you can look it up yourself. There you go. Okay, so did that. And then the other thing that I did my research on was I saw somebody post AstraZeneca means a road to death. You put that word together and it is AstraZeneca. AstraZeneca was one of the key players in the COVID vaccination. Guess what that means, folks? I don't know if you can see this. I hope you can. AstraZeneca means a road to death. I know that it's backwards, but you can do your own research. It is the Latin word A space STRA space ZE space NECA. That is the Latin way to spell it, right? You put it all together. The American way to spell it is AstraZeneca, the pharmaceutical company. That means a road to death. Very interesting, my hope healers and hope dealers. So with that being said, I often say, and I firmly believe this, that we are in a spiritual warfare, okay? We're in a spiritual warfare. Right now, we are in a spot where it is good against evil. I don't care how you slice it. Right now, we are in a position where it's, when evil becomes good and good becomes evil, you know, we're in the end times, y'all. So, you know, I was thinking, and I'm like, I need to put this video out there because, y'all, everybody that's on a pharmaceutical medication, I would strongly recommend do your research, do your due diligence, figure out if there is a plant. Let me show y'all this. This is all my tinctures of plant medicine, right? I've got passion flower for anxiety and sleep. I've got wormwood, I've got soursop, I've got all these. My dog's trying to look at my medicine, my plant medicine, just so y'all know. This is all in tincture, liquid form. This is black walnut right here. This stuff has changed my life. I just want everybody to be healthy out there, y'all. And I want y'all to know the truth. Like, honestly, it is the elites that are poisoning you, performing witchcraft on you, and pharmaceutical medication is a route for them to get at you spiritually and get you to be angry. They are putting you in a position where you are the angrier world and you're doing Satan's bidding. You're doing these pharmaceutical companies that only mean evil. You are doing their bidding when you're taking their medicine. And listen, I am not trying to downgrade you by any stretch of the imagination. What I'm trying to do is save your freaking life right now. God put plants out there for every ailment that humans have. We were built under the right architecture and we have the right plants to be able to come out healthier and stronger when something ails us, okay, y'all? This is firmly, really, really true. It's really, really real. Do your research. Look into it. If you've got like depression, there is a plant that can help you through it. But these pharmaceutical medications that are fucking chemicals, excuse my language, y'all, but it's chemicals that they're putting in your body. They're poisoning the fuck out of you. And they're performing witchcraft on you. And little do people know that they're allowing themselves to participate in this sorcery. And I hope like fuck that this wakes one person up, at least one. As y'all can see, I'm very passionate about this right now. Because you know what? One candle can light 1,000, y'all, and I have a very long wick, and I'm trying to save lives here. I'm trying to save lives. Freedom is our birthright, and I need my people to be free. I need my people, and what I mean by my people is everybody. I don't care what your skin color looks like, because we all fucking bleed red. We all bleed red, okay? And it's us against them. There's more of us than there is of them. Listen, we are living in a time where it's do or die, to be honest with you. I see it with my spiritual eyesight. They want to enslave everybody. They've already got people partially enslaved with this 9-to-5 work shit, which, you know, whatever. I get it, okay? We need currency. I get it. It buys freedom. But at the end of the day, if we stand up, have y'all ever seen that painting where the people are bent over and they're holding up the Monopoly board with their back, and the elites are playing Monopoly and their back is the table, and all they'd have to do is stand up and that would flip that Monopoly board over. That's what I'm waiting on. I'm waiting for all of us to stand up and flip this Monopoly game over, y'all, because you know what? We are worthy of freedom. I have a dog in the fight. I've had my freedom taken from me, and each and every single one of my hope healers and hope dealers, we have got to get everybody free. This is our right. It's our right to be free. And you know, like, if you can figure out what medication you're on and what it's for, and then start doing your research on what plant could help you and get off the chemical shit, it'll change your freaking life, bro. It'll change your life, man. I got your back. You can do this. All of us can do this. We start doing things that are against them, like not taking their dumbass medicine. That is sorcery. Fuck you, pharmacies. Fuck you, pharmacies. Y'all, I mean, I'm saying it loud so the back can hear me. Fuck you, pharmaceutical companies. You guys are evil. And what you're doing is poisoning people. So all my hope healers and hope dealers, do your research. See what plant can help. Passion flower. Passion flower is the best for anxiety and sleep. If somebody has anxiety, I strongly recommend do your research, find passion flower out there. Take it, eat it. It's healthy for you. It grows from the ground. And the more people that have their mind and spirit and everything's, you know, natural and organic going on in your body, the more that we can win this fight. Man, you know, we got this. We can do this. So all my hope healers and hope dealers, I hope this video really sheds some light on what's going on and why they're shoving pharmaceutical commercials down your freaking throat, and why pharmaceutical commercials always have the sorcery of, oh, everybody's happy now that I've taken AstraZeneca's bullshit. Nah, dog, you're worse off. You're poisoning your body. Come on, they don't tell you the truth. They don't want you to know the truth. I'm here to tell you the truth. So all my hope healers and hope dealers, I believe in each and every one of you. We are going to change the world. We, the people, are the power, and I believe in every single person out there. God bless you all. I hope you're having a happy Friday. I know it's been a really long time, but you know what? I've been healing from my mom leaving this earth. You know, grief isn't linear, but the good news is that I get to feel the feels, miss my mom, and know she's in a better place, to be very honest with you. So all my hope healers and hope dealers, I love all y'all, and I hope this resonates with somebody. Do your research. See what you can take in place of the stupid pharmaceutical bullshit. Love y'all. Have a good Friday.